Hello and welcome to another Ninja Bill and Ninja Bill reviews. And actually, this is Ninja Bill Live. I got to remember what part of my channel I'm on here. But anyway, different location. Hopefully, a better connection here. Turns out the problem isn't so much just my router; it's my actual laptop. The wireless card is having some issues. Nothing I can do about it now. But anyway, I am here and I am here to talk about my top 10 toys of 2019. Now, this is not the toys of 2019. This is toys that also includes gifts I received in 2019. So let's do some house cleaning real quick here. I I plan to do this as a regular review, but some of these toys are just you'll see. Uh, um, Green Turtle, welcome. And so some of these toys I'm going to show off you've all seen in previous reviews, but they're my top picks of 2019. And again, they're not just toys that came out in 2019. They include toys that I think that I got as gifts that were awesome, really awesome toys. So uh, um, I'm just going to get this going here, and give me just a moment here. Here we go. I had to do a little something there. So anyway, so let's start off with my number some honorable mentions. Uh, um, First, MP Hot Rod. Okay, this was a gift from Ugly Wretch, and I really liked. I liked it better than I thought it was. I'm not a big Masterpiece fan, but I really dig this. I really dig this. I dig this a lot. I actually like it a lot better than I thought I was going to. I've seen all kinds of pictures and whatnot, and I was never really impressed with it. But having it in hand and playing around with it, I really like this toy. I do. I like it a lot. I like it a lot more than I thought I was going to. So I'm really happy to it. How are you doing today, Green Turtle Gaming? By the way, tonight actually. So that is an honorable mention that also again thank you very much to Ugly Wretch for getting this to me because I really enjoy it. So honorable mention for that. And let's see here. Moving right along, we're going to my number one pick. Actually, we'll do it in reverse. We'll go to number 10. Number 10, Jetfire, Cyberverse Jetfire. I like this little guy. Some people may not, but I enjoy this guy. I enjoy this guy a lot. I was quite pleased with him. I really was. I was quite pleased with him. I've obviously done some custom work on mine, to give him that more Jetfire look, But all in all, I like a lot of the white on that cockpit. I added the white up here. I added the black you see on here. I mostly added that. The red stripes on his arms and around his arms. I added that. Uh, uh, the black on his feet there. I added that. So I did a lot of custom work to this guy, but he is one of my favorite figures from 2019. I like him a lot. Sure, he's just a battle class, which is basically the new Legion class or Legends class size. But I really because that's what the battle class is. They're Legends, and I really like this guy. I like this guy a lot. So really happy with him. I am. So anyway, there's that. So he's number 10 toys of 2019. Move him out of the way here. There we go. My next one is Siege Brunt for number 9. Um, I dig him. I dig him quite a lot. I do. I dig him a lot. If you saw my review, I'm really happy with this toy. So I love his colors. I love his alt mode. I dig his robot mode. The G1 never really had a robot mode for him, and I think this works so well, so well. So he deserves his spot. He could have even been higher, but I have other toys, so um, I really like this guy. So Brunt is number 9. We'll get him out of there. Next is I got this in 2019 is Cyber Battalion Jetfire, and this is the Cyber Battalion Jetfire, and I really dig it. I dig it a lot. Um, some people may not like it. Didn't have him transform properly, but I do. I like him a lot. Um, I've also added some paint to this guy to give him more G1 look to him, and but I like this guy. I do. Sure, he has his feet sticking out of the back. This was a Starscream recolor and slight retool, but I like it a lot. I do. I like it. I like almost any Jetfire, so I get a Jetfire toy. I'm pretty happy with it. I'm sure you can see his head back there. Hi there. How you doing? So Jetfire it is on my list because I got him in early 2019, and I'm really happy with him. Him out of there. Next is, and this was a gift from, almost said his real name on here, Adamantium Matrix, and I got this in 2019 from him. And obviously, this is Skylinks from Combiner Wars, and oh man, do I love it! I love it. Is it a perfect toy? No, it's not. But wow, I dig it so much. Skylinks is one of my favorite characters. He's right behind Ratchet and Shockwave. So and we're getting a new one in the Earthrise and Commander class from one of here. Yes, yes, please, yes, please. So that is my another just he's great, number 8. Anyway, moving on. Was that number 8? Oh, number 7. um, moving right along. Next is Barricade, and I love. Now, I didn't think I'd like the Prowl mode. Okay, I didn't think I would like this mold at all. And honestly, I didn't think Prowl looked very good. I liked the Cyberverse one. I never found it. Wish I did, but this as Barricade, it works so well. It just I dig the colors. I dig the feel of him. Sir Sound, welcome. How you doing tonight? Good Sunday evening to you. Well, Sunday evening here. Anyway, so it's about 9 o'clock. I meant to do this sooner, but I kept having technical difficulties. Let's just say that. So anyway, so this is the next on my top 10 of 2019. So Barricade, definitely a solid figure. Highly recommend him. Like again, I didn't care for the Prowl mold. I saw tons of pictures and tons of reviews, and it just didn't appeal to me. The Cyberverse Warrior class Prowl looked so much more G1 than that did. That Barry's a great figure. Got him for Christmas. Nice. So this one is definitely in my top 10. So before we get on to the next 5 and an honorable mention or two, we'll go back over what I first covered. Now, again, this toy isn't just the toys that were released in 2019. These are toys that I received in 2019. So, again, I got this from Ugly Wretch, very good friend of the channel, Ugly Wretch. Again, I didn't much care for how he looked, but once I got him in hand, I actually like MP Hot Rod. So, pretty good. That's Kale. The next was number 10 was Cyberverse Legends Jetfire, or they call him Battle Class now, but this is the new Legends, and I really, really dig this toy. I do. I dig him a lot, and as you can see, I've done a lot of custom work to him to make him look more like, a Jetfire should. So, he's awesome. I really like this figure. I do. After Jetfire came Brunt, and I really dig this figure. He could be higher in the list, but he isn't. So other toys took charge, went ahead of the game, and this guy is definitely on my list of top 10. Right after him came another Jetfire toy, the Cyber Battalion Jetfire, which is if you haven't heard of Cyber Battalion, all right, these were basically Hasbro's official upscaled Legion class toys. So, toys that were smaller than the Legends, they upscaled into these guys. So So imagine, yeah, these were Legion class toys, and they upscaled them, and I really, really dig this toy. Is it the greatest Jetfire? Not even. Crimson, welcome. Oh, hey, tell you what, you know what? I forgot to post it, but here you go. I forgot to post it, but there you go. Hey, Bumblebreeze, welcome. I just posted a link there if you two would like to join me. But next in my top tens is again the Cyber Battalion Jetfire. I really like this toy, and it's simple but it's effective. And yes, it is a Starscream, recolor and very slight retool. But I really dig this guy, and again, I've customized him to get him more G1 Jetfire look, and I really like this guy. I have a thing for Jetfire toys. Sue me. Don't really, don't really, don't really. Next was a gift. Again, this is not top 10 of 2019. This is the top 10 toys I received in 2019. So, with that being said, Adamantium Matrix got me Skylinks, one of my favorite bots. And he got me this Combiner Wars one. And I'm really, really thankful for him. And I love it so much. The new Commander class, looking forward to that. I don't know if I'll be able to pick that up. Thanks to changes in situations, my finances have changed, but I hope I can still pick it up. So that, and lastly, before we moved on to the next bunch, Barricade was my number 5, or number 6 actually. So there you go. What was it, number 5? I forget. Who cares? Anyway, he's on there. And again, Bumblebreeze and Crimson Raptors, if you'd like to join in, there is a link I posted there in the chat. Feel free. I'll add you in. All right, so next is my custom Cogman. And he's a bright, shiny chrome. As you can see, he is a super shiny metal. It reminds me of that song from Optimus Rhyme of the same name, Super Shiny Metal. If you don't know who Optimus Rhyme is, old nerdcore rap, look it up. It's a thing. Nerdcore, it's a thing. Anyway, Super Shiny Metal. It's a good song. Anyway, this is Cogman. And I got this from Autocorrect Primer, Derek and Nikki, and I love those guys. Love those guys. And this is my custom, obviously. Who, Commander Modesty agreeing with himself? No. What would ever give you that idea, Crimson? I'll join in a bit. I'm eating right now. Yeah, I know that feeling. I was doing that. Next would be another Cyberverse figure, Cyberverse Ratchet. And of course, this is, again, a custom. I did a lot of paint work to this guy to make him look how he does right now, because he comes pretty plain. But I've added quite a bit of paint to this guy to make him look, stand outish. Even on the top there. Got a cross. There's the back. Tail lights painted in. Painted in the stripe, the wheels, the lights, the grill, the bumpers, all that stuff. And I love this Ratchet. Ratchet is my all-time favorite. For those of you who don't know, Ratchet is my all-time favorite Transformer. Okay, my top favorite Autobot is Ratchet. My top favorite Decepticon is, of course, Shockwave. And now Shockwave, surprisingly, is not going to be on this list. Surprisingly, I love all the toys I got of him, but he's not on this list. Surprisingly, but I love all the toys I got from him in 2019. But anyway, Ratchet, he's on this list, and I love him. He really improved the look of the Cyberverse Jetfire and Ratchet. They look great. Yeah. This Ratchet looks so much better than he did, and so does that Jetfire. It really, I needed him to look the part of Jetfire. So I had like shoulders, the arms there, the white on the wings, most of the white on the rear of the cockpit. I did the white up here, the black. I added all that in, the black in there for the thrusters. I did all that. So, yep. Next, easily one of my favorites of 2019, Hound. I dig it. Now, I just saw the images today for the pre-order links for the MP Hound. Not for $199, I ain't. But man, if I wanted to start buying masterpiece figures again, Hound would be the one I would grab. He would be the one I'd grab because I like the look of it. I was like, wow. I mean, I saw some deep images of him, and I'm impressed. Even the canopy it doesn't look great as a shield, but you can use it as a shield, and looks great. It looks great. But Hound is my favorite, one of my absolute favorites of this year. I love this Hound. It's a fantastic figure, and I cannot recommend a Hound enough. If you haven't picked it up, what the hell is wrong with you? So I love it. My favorite Decepticon is Shockwave as well. Cool. I've never heard anyone have Ratchet as their favorite. Which version of Ratchet do you like the most? Almost any Ratchets. And now the movie one I'm like about, but I have a lot of his toys. That being said, well, I have not a lot of them. I have like 4, but I just love it. I had a masterpiece Ratchet. Okay, it's a KO, a Takasa Tomy, and I snapped that sucker in half one day. I'm not paying it. I was hand fisting it when I was transforming it. I was busy watching. What was I watching? I think I was watching Overlord on. That's an anime called Overlord, and I was watching it, and I was transforming, and I looked up and snapped it right in half at the hip, and I'm like, mother. Oh, I was pissed. I was pissed. Pissed. Moving on. Ugh. Come on, big boy. Ugh. Now again, this isn't top toys of 2019. This is toys I received in 2019. Okay, so Shane High did me a solid and gave me a Titan Predaking. So I got this Titan class Predaking from Shane High, and I got a couple of Shockwaves too. Cyber Battalion Shockwave and Combiner Wars Shockwave, Legend Shockwave, and I love those toys. I love them. But this guy, he sits proudly, not on a shelf, unfortunately, on the table because I don't have any shelves big enough for him to fit in. So, but anyway, he gets a top spot because I just love this toy. And yes, I know all about the add-ons and the repro labels and yada yada yada. I don't care. I like it as is, original. So moving him over there. Oh boy, there you go, big guy. Ugh. Next is what's going. I forgot about this guy honestly. Cyber Shockwave looks really neat. Yeah. Um, the I've gotten the Warrior class and the Ultimate class, and I like them both. Now there's 2 newer ones that have come out, and I haven't seen those. So anyway, I'll add in Master Par here since he's there. There we go. Hello, Master
Hey,
Par.
John. Hey.
Moving right along.
So, wait, you mean 3 shockwaves, actually?
There's 4.
No, I mean, no, recent ones, I think. Let's see, the
There's
Ultimate,
4.
the Deluxe, and the... Oh, yes, 4.
You're forgetting about the Cyber. You're forgetting. Okay, so there's the Cyberverse one, the Warrior class, right? Then there's the Cyberverse Ultimate. Then there's the Cyberverse Spark Armor. Now there's the Cybertron Attack or whatever it is. So the deluxe one. So 4.
Ah.
There's 4. Trust me, I know my shockwaves, and Crimson will probably be agreeing with me.
Yeah, I don't disagree with
Optimus,
you.
welcome. Say again.
I don't disagree with you. Like,
Yeah.
I like the Warrior one, I guess. I just don't like the shoulder parts.
Nah, that's what you get the Ultra. Anyway, next, almost the last one on my list. Only one more to go after this. Plus, yeah, one more to go. I love the Siege Jetfire, Skyfire. Here's the thing. Somebody sent me the repro labels. I don't know who because they didn't have a return address. Okay. Somebody sent me the repro label set for this guy, and I'm not going to put them on. Thank you very much for them. I'm not going to put them on at all.
This guy's practically a masterpiece.
He looks just like he does, with the exception of some white missing from here. So if he needs some white going on right here on the side right there, he needs some white. With the exception of that he looks pretty much spot on as he did in the cartoon.
He's kind of like MP10. He's kind of accurate, but not that accurate.
Yeah. He's just missing a very few tiny paint apps, but otherwise, perfect. So I'm not changing it. I think the repro labels, the Toy Hack set, I think they actually take away from his cartoon appearance and don't really add to the G1 toy appearance. That toy looks nothing like the G1 toy, so you can't really expect labels to make it look like the G1 toy. It fails, and I'm sorry if people like those sets. That's great.
Apart from the red visor, that is.
Huh?
The red visor.
Yeah, no, I still don't. Well, debatable. I'll leave it at debatable. Later, Wolfimus. Okay, last on the list and top from 2019, Springer. Siege Springer.
And I'll be right back. I gotta do something.
Yep. This guy is just wow. This is the Springer that we've always needed. Okay, this is the Springer that.
Sorry about that.
No problem. Got to do what you got to do, and I'm really happy that Hasbro went the direction they did with him. Does it have some minor flaws? Absolutely, but overall, this is a great Springer and probably the best we've ever gotten officially. So, and that is my top 10 of 2019 done. So now we can get on to any other business that we wish to talk about. And the first on that list is once again, I want to talk about. I finally saw today the images for the MP Hound. I love it. I don't like that almost $200 price tag to it.
I don't like the part that you put on in vehicle mode. Did he even
the canopy? You're talking about the canopy?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I like the canopy. Okay, the shield. Okay, the shield look with it as a shield.
I'm not saying it's bad. I just don't remember if it was in the cartoon.
I don't remember either. Here's the thing: as a shield, I think it looks, forced, like a forced accessory. Like, what else can we do with it? Boom! Here's a shield. Yeah, that will work. Don't like that. No, not really. As as a regular accessory, though, I think it works.
And I got to be right back. I got to take care of something.
Absolutely, got to do what you got to do.
Okay.
Let's see here. Triple changes forever from agreed. NinjaBill. Toy Axe makes great stickers, but most of the time they don't apply. Well, yeah. See, and my thing is I'm not a big fan of stickers in the first place, so I don't really see a need for them. I just they really were like, for example, there are a couple of great examples. For example, most of the classics toys, repro labels, now Toy Hacks, really added something. Generations Jazz. Perfect example. Toy Hacks set for that really pops. And that just makes that toy go from here to there, Roll Bar had one. Okay, yeah. Either way, I like it. It's a neat accessory. I think it adds something. It adds a new flavor to it. I think it's really good. Some people may or may not like it, but I actually enjoy it. I like the look of it. That tanned leather look. I saw some really in deep pictures of it. Looks like Mastafar has returned. There we go. And so I do. No, yeah, that's okay. You got to do what you got to do. Handle your business. So I think that the canopy thing works really well, Crimson. I do. And you're right. Roll Bar had it, not so much Hound, but I do like it. And I love I didn't so much like I saw them display all of the extra faces that he had.
I don't get the whole holographic look to the face.
Yeah, that it's sort of like
Yeah, I
it
don't get it.
kind of remind me of a police, a riot mask in a way.
Yeah, that I was about to say riot man.
Yeah, yeah,
Maybe that's
yeah,
why they have the shield. It's like to make Hound the SWAT guy.
yeah. And I don't see that. Maybe if
But
they were
still,
gonna,
no Boulder or Ravage. 0 out of 10. Am I right?
well, people already have if they already have MP Ravage. Well, then, hey, that Ravage will be there. They showed images with a Ravage too, so I
Yeah, but
guess.
imagine if they had like the Boulder from Roll For It
Oh yeah.
and the football and the keys.
Oh, I'd forgotten about the keys. I
Am
totally
I
forgot.
missing anything else? This is Takara we're talking about.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's see here. Anything else going on? Later, Wolfemus, I guess, had to leave, and so yeah. But I like the look of it. I saw some other stuff that I kind of wanted to talk about. What was it? It was oh, I saw in hand images of the Cyberverse deluxes. Most of the Cyberverse deluxes. The Shockwave
Yeah,
looks
those look nice.
the Shockwave, in my opinion, looks the best. The
I'm
Prime
still
is
waiting
pretty.
for like Cheetor so I can get him and Bumblebee and Hot Rod together and make like the three amigos.
Oh, that would be
Because
kind of
that's
cool.
what they had in the show. They had like a three amigo vibe.
Yep, I can get with that.
I hope we get
But
Clobber and Lockdown too, because they were great.
Clobber and Lockdown. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I'm following you now. That would be cool too.
Yeah.
That would
Speaking
be
of
cool
which,
too.
can we talk about those the armor ones that are coming up?
The Spark Armor ones or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Battle
I
for
don't get
Cybertron?
like the Spark armor ones, with Clobber and Rack and Ruin.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Uh,
Those I would like to pick up. I would like to pick up those because
I don't get like the
there's
Hot
never
Rod
been an
and
official Rack and Ruin release that I know of.
yeah, like I like how also like I thought it was initially just going to be a one-off gag, but no, they actually kept them around as a maintenance bot. That's really cool.
I agree. I agree. Yep. But I like the Spark Armor stuff. So if they bring out Rack and Ruin, I'm definitely going to look for it because I've enjoyed them so far. And these I have four of them, and I really dig them. And again, this is my custom job of Ratchet because I wanted them to look really cool. So
I'm
my
still trying
custom.
to get Jetfire. My grandparents' dog like chewed them all up.
What the Legends Jetfire?
Yeah, that one right there.
Oh man, that sucks. I hope you do get another one because I
Yeah, I'm
really like
working
this
for it.
toy. And again, I've customized it a lot though. So
But I want to get one, but at the same time, I don't want to get one in case they do like a deluxe.
well, I haven't heard tell of them releasing a deluxe in there. Who's there? Oh, Bumblebee is all right. Let's add him in. Hey, Bumblebee.
Hey,
Oh, I'm gonna put him on the spot.
Hey
Say
guys.
something. There you go.
yeah.
But
We
yeah,
were just
I
talking about
really
the
do.
Cyberverse.
Yeah, and one thing I do wish they did is like on the box art, all these wings are a nice white color, and I only put stripes on it. But I've often thought about just go ahead and do a really nice white on them, and because I did the canopy back here, added a lot of white to that canopy, unlike the
Yeah.
original. So
I know it's a little off topic, but doesn't it kind of look like the Seeker design from the show that Jetfire?
no, actually,
I
you want
mean,
to know what his design reminds me of? Zeta Gundam.
uh,
Yes,
because like
I'm
get rid
serious.
of
I'm serious. He reminds me of Zeta Gundam. If you look at his alt mode, you're gonna. And if you ever watched Zeta Gundam, I'm not sure if you have.
yeah, I haven't.
But
I'll
I,
get
I've
on
never
it.
seen Zeta Gundam before.
Gundam Zeta or Double Z, it's pretty cool. Chill. I dig it anyways. Anyway, the point is that let me finish transforming him. He
Breeze, what do you think?
What did I say?
No, I was
Yes.
asking what you thought about like what it looks like.
No, he agreed with
It
me.
just
He
looks like
said,
a
"Yeah,
normal
it looks like."
jetpack to me.
Ah, I see.
Well, to me, it looks like a Zeta Gundam, and Gundam is cool.
Yeah, but
So
the
yeah,
head kind of
if you
looks
look
like
at
Slick
this,
Speed.
if you look at this alt mode right here, and then you look at a picture of a Zeta Gundam, you'll see it. You'll be like, huh, because he does. He
Oh,
looks
now I
just
see
like
it. Now I see it.
he looks just like Zeta Gundam does, and I'm like, okay. When I first saw images for this, my first thought was, hey, it's Zeta Gundam, only painted as Jetfire, and I like it. It is very dark. Don't get attached to any of the characters. I was gonna spoil it. Thanks. Yeah, but it's yeah, but worse. Yeah, but worse. Not the darkest anime I ever
Oh,
watched.
so it's kind of like Game of Thrones
Have you ever
Crimson
watched
Raptor?
Space Gideon is probably the most every character. The first intro of the anime is a bunch of kids getting shot in the face by lasers. Not even joking.
Well, I guess it started off with a bang.
They're like, "Hey, when it's space!" Bam! Their heads explode.
Crap.
And I'm like, this is a kids anime, right? That's what it said. Look, yeah, it's a kids anime, and their heads exploding. So yeah, it's extremely dark. I mean, at the one point, the super robot that they're flying in, and transforms and destroys the entire universe. That's how dark it is. It's just like, you know what? I'm fed up with everything. I'm killing everyone, and then he does it because he's an emo little bastard. Who else is Crimson? There we go. Sorry about the delay on that, Crimson. There you go.
Oh, it's okay. You guys were talking. What's up, Ninja Bill? What's up, Master Farm Bubble Breeze?
Master Far, I lost you. I'm not getting any sound.
Oh, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear Bumblebreeze, but I can't hear Master Far.
Uh-oh. We could hear him earlier.
Yeah, I still. Anyway, so yep, and once again, here's my custom, nice shiny, super shiny metal, Cogman, nice chromy Cogman. But yeah, so Space Gideon is one of those animes that is so freaking dark that it's all about there's no hope in that show. There's none at all. Every episode is someone getting absolutely obliterated. Every single episode. Just when lovers find each other, bam, dead. Just when parents find their lost children, dead. Your dog comes home dead. Just dark.
I guess at least they're together when they died.
I guess. I guess if that's what you call hope.
Or maybe the moral lesson was don't go home, you're gonna die.
Don't go anywhere because again, he kills the universe.
or don't leave home so you can stay with your family and live a life without having to go out into space and come back in their day.
Exactly. It's dark shit,
Don't
man.
leave.
It's dark shit. But Gundam, Zeta Gundam and Double Zeta are top. Are one of my top Gundam series. I have quite a few of them that I really like. For example, 79. I really like. I like it. 8th MS Team is probably my absolute favorite, though. I think I liked 8th MS Team the best. Stardust Memory was bad.
See, Gundam 0083 was where I really, because see, I'd watched Gundam Wing, right? And I saw that on Toonami, and it was awesome. Fell in love with it.
He's back.
And then I got into the Universal Century, but then the series never finished.
Yes, Master Bar, say something again. Make sure.
Oh, we can hear you.
So I guess in that show, space is like literally the final frontier.
There you go. So, as you were saying, Crimson.
Yeah, so the original 0079, that one never finished, and then they had September 11th, and then they didn't finish the series again.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, well, the animation wasn't all that great. I mean, it was 1979, but, it wasn't going to age all that well. Yeah, and
They've been
then
doing the robot
so then
mech
I
thing
saw
for that
Gundam
long.
083, and that was beautiful. And I was like, dude, I'd
83,
totally
that's
get
what
into this.
Stardust. Is that Stardust Memory or is that War
It
in the
is,
Pocket?
it is, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Stardust Memory. I
080,
sometimes confuse War in the Pocket for that one. I don't know why, but I do. But I do like War in the Pocket a little bit better
yes.
than Stardust
I
Memory.
love the designs in War in the Pocket and 080.
Oh
That Gundam
yeah,
080 is what that one is. They're beautiful.
080, yep. And but
Nice.
HM's team is probably my favorite, and I just it's probably absolutely probably that's because I my first one of my first Gundam kits when I was doing Gunpla, I'd actually bought a couple of command type Gundam units.
Wait,
So
Ninja Bill, I got a question. Isn't Star Saber based on Gundam?
no,
I think
not
I read
really.
that.
Although the animation company was the same.
Yeah, Toei.
Yeah, Toei. Yep. But
They did.
they they Toei has grown from a company and
It's
well,
now just like Dragon Ball and like Funimation.
oh yeah, but they had stuff even before then, so I can't remember them all.
Yeah,
But
like well, they did like the original Dragon Ball and like the Japanese show. I think they did Beast Wars the second too.
yes,
I know Sunrise does all the Gundam stuff nowadays.
yeah, Sunrise has always been a part of it though, in one way or another. Because they're
I still can't believe I'm not into
Sunrise
Gundam yet.
Sunrise is more of a distributor than they are a producer. Um, they do produce some anime, but they've always been more in the distribution of anime. And but Sunrise has almost always been a part of Gundam except for the last like 20 years, maybe less, 15 years. So I don't remember if
They went
Iron
out of
Blood.
business.
Well, no, I don't know about that. I just know that I don't think they were involved in Iron Blooded Orphans.
Is that
I
on
didn't
Crunchyroll? I want to kind of figure it out.
say again.
I says you think it's on Crunchyroll because that definitely sounds interesting.
It Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans. It is on Crunchyroll, but it's not my favorite show, honestly. And I don't much
Yeah,
care. I don't much care for
yeah.
the mecha. It looks the mecha looks forced. If you get my meaning, it doesn't look as
Yeah, I get you. Man.
it doesn't look as natural as other previous Gundam series. Like for example, one of my absolute favorites right behind uh, uh, 8MS Team is probably Gundam X and Double X. That was a
Why have
great.
we never gotten a Gundam and a Transformer crossover? It's baffling if you think about it.
I saw
The two
actually.
different companies.
Yeah, two different.
Bandai
One's
is
Bandai.
in charge of. Yeah, Bandai and Takara don't like each other. They're
Yeah, look
competitors.
what happened. Look what
Yeah, I know
happened
with the whole
with
Jetfire
Jetfire, the
debacle.
original
That's
one.
how we got Skyfire.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
It's odd that you should mention that because I've actually read a couple of fan fictions of Gundam Transformer crossovers.
Fan
So
fictions don't count. Like I have seen fan fictions and some of
I
them
know,
have come reality.
I
I.e.
know,
Ecto
but but at least I've read something with those two that apparently you didn't know about. Uh, and I suggest go looking out there. There's some awesome fan fiction, and there's some that are so terrible it just makes you go. Bleh. The first couple of sentences, you're like, "What is this crap?" It's utter shit.
And then you got fan fictions that became reality, like Transformers and Ghostbusters. The thing
Yeah.
is, I'm still waiting for Ninja Turtles and Transformers.
Didn't they sort of? Didn't it? Wait a minute. They did that in the infestation,
Yeah,
didn't
they
they?
did the mutations line, then they did the road ready mutation. But I'm talking like full on, like a transforming Technodrome, Megatron, and Shredder in the same room.
That
The
could happen.
Turtle Van
Hey,
turned into a giant turtle.
did you guys watch the Batman Turtles crossover?
Yeah,
Movie?
it was pretty cool. It's
Yeah,
also
I
based
agree.
on IDW comic. Really nice.
I think it was done really well.
That a
I
new
didn't much
movie
care for
or?
the
Yeah, I still
sappy
can't
endings.
believe they made it work. Like, I kind of want to see more.
Yeah, I do too. I really
Oh,
liked it.
imagine if there was the '87 Turtles and the '60s Batman. Oh my God, they would be doing the Batusi and eating
It's
pizza.
just a
And
shame that Mr. West has passed now because he would have been excellent doing that.
isn't Robin's actor dead too?
Yes,
Ah,
which is a
at
shame
least
as
he
well.
has his young ward. But
Yes,
it's
yes, he
really a
does.
shame. 'Cause, like, and like so many good people. Like I love the original Batman. Like it had some really, really dumb villains though. Like Egghead.
It was meant to be campy. It was meant to be
I
campy.
know it was meant
That's
to
a
be
lot.
campy.
Some
That's part
people
of the
bash
charm
it.
because like
Don't seem to understand it was meant. It was purposely
hey,
made and
batshit, I
designed.
get it. That's a good one.
Yeah, they make fun of the
Totally.
shark repellent all the
Why would
time.
they do-
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
the
but
fat
then they
shark
make them
repellent.
too dark, and then you get like Batman, Superman, which makes no sense, and it basically rips off the Superman 4 Quest for Peace in certain ways. Like Doomsday technically isn't Doomsday; he's like Nuclear Man from not episode, Superman 4, because it's just Lex Luthor DNA with Kryptonian DNA.
See, I'm not that familiar with the Superman books, to be honest, or the
Yeah,
Batman books. Look,
like,
I'm
more
not a
of
big
Superman guy,
DC
'cause,
fan.
like Superman.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I watched
no,
the
no.
CW show, but that's about it.
Speaking of Batman versus Superman, the two animated series did a crossover way before the movie.
I think I saw though. Wasn't that Most Wanted? Wasn't it Batman Superman Most Wanted?
No. It was the one with Mark Hamill and Clancy Brown. You know, Clancy Brown was Lex Luthor and Mark Hamill was the Joker. Yeah, that series.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can't
my
remember.
battery's running low.
I can't remember it,
I
but
gotta go soon. My battery's running low.
myself, I'm a bigger Marvel fan than a DC fan, so um, I'm not all that familiar with DC characters. Green Lantern is probably my all-time favorite DC
I'm more
character.
familiar with Marvel, to be honest. Like Marvel, like kicks ass.
I tend to like Marvel. Okay, my very first comic ever that I read was Miss Marvel. It was
I
the
think
first
mine
book.
was the. And I don't think this counts. Like Captain Underpants, the graphic novels, like they had comics in, but those don't count. So I guess my first one was the Transformers comic, like the old one, number
The
one
old
by
Marvel one.
Marvel.
I don't know which one.
Of course. It came with the.
I don't know which one would have been the first one I ever read, but I know the first comic I ever owned was bought by my dad. Bought it for me, was Wolverine number 70, and it had him and Sauron battling.
Nice. No, Ms. Marvel was my first one, and back then you could actually.
You guys excited for Toy Fair?
First.
When does it take place?
Wait, hold on. Bumblebees, I didn't quite hear what you said.
You excited for Toy Fair?
My first comic that I've ever read was Spider-Man.
Nice.
My hands.
Amazing.
Do you remember the number?
Was it McFarlane era?
Guys, I gotta go. My battery's like really low and it's getting late.
All right.
See you guys around.
Take her easy, Master Par. Have a good night.
All right.
You too,
Later, man.
Later, Master Par.
Hopefully it wasn't the McFarlane era, because I'm not a big fan of McFarlane's art. Better than that Lee guy with his huge, overly huge bodies, tiny little heads.
McFarlane had the points on the top and bottom of the eyes, right? Or the top of the eyes, I mean.
Yeah. I didn't dig his art. I did not dig his story writing either. Everybody else ate him up, and I'm just sitting back here going like, no, not really. It's just I wasn't a big fan of him. Now Jim Lee, I like Jim Lee. But what he did, Dreamwave, I heard he milked that place and then ran it into the ground, which is why they had to, go to bankruptcy. I don't know.
Lee or Jim Lee?
Or Pat Lee, yeah. Pat
okay.
Lee, Dreamwave. But Jim Lee, the artist, I dig his stuff, except for his Youngblood work. Because, again, there's that, giant bodies and tiny little heads, and I never quite got that. Like, what is going on with your anatomy, buddy?
I'll say that Jim Lee, like in the Marvel comics, when he drew X-Men, those were some beautiful women. But Pat Lee couldn't draw humans himself at all. But robots he did okay. He just kind of ballooned them up.
Yeah. But my problem with Jim Lee is I would hate to see. I mean, his women look like they wore bustiers from the age of like 6 up. Just
Yeah.
super tiny, slender little hip, wide hips, super tiny little waists, giant busts, and I'm just like, what the, you know? Now maybe if I was a teenager, I'd be like, yeah, but I was older than an adult, and and I'm thinking to myself, that's just unrealistic to me. That's just me though.
But if it was real, no, I'm just kidding.
Yeah. Wolfman said, am I still left? Are you still left? Left to where? Where'd
You're
you?
not alone at all, Wolfimus. We're here.
Yeah, we're here for you, buddy. We're here for you.
I will say for Transformers art, Pat Lee came up with some dynamic poses. I'll give him that. But nobody seems to have topped, in my opinion, Don Figueroa. And I loved how he draws, like in the very first volume of War Within. I mean, he drew his Transformers to be able to transform as an actual action figure.
Oh yeah, and the artwork was just fantastic. I agree with you.
Yeah,
it's fantastic. Yeah. It was good stuff. Good stuff, and I just, it's good stuff. Another book that I really really liked, because again I started out with Miss Marvel, then I branched out to Spider-Man, then Iron Man, then the Hulk. Those were the 4 titles I stuck to almost all the time, and I still do. I don't know. I just recently started reading. I grabbed them, the Deadpool Spider-Man books, I guess from last year or 2018. I forget when, but I just finally got a hold of them. I don't see those two as a good team up. I just, Deadpool's all like, this is my Spidey bro, and I'm just like, I'm not seeing it, buddy. Not seeing it. Nope. That's okay. That's okay. I don't know, but I pretty much just stopped reading the new Transformer comic after issue 7. I'm just not digging it.
So I got a lot of the comics from Inutabi. Inutabi, right? Yeah, and so I got some of his because I think he's going to get the trades or he's just kind of out of the new comics for the bold new era. But I am kind of piecing together some of those. I read the first 6. It is. I agree with Larkin when he made his video, Larkin's Lair, that it's not as good of a start for a series as anything else we've seen before. I don't like that there's so much biological alien presence on Cybertron. That doesn't almost make no sense to me, because even if it's before the war, I mean, I don't know, maybe Megatron eradicates them.
I hate to interrupt you. Welcome, Steve. Welcome to the chat. And he says, I am forever a Batman fan. Anyway, Crimson, please continue.
Yeah, it just, I don't know. It is kind of a different story, but I've read 1 through 6, so I'm going to read more, but I'm waiting on number 7 to get in the mail so I can start continuing on with it. So, but Transformer Galaxies with the Constructicons, that's really good. So I do recommend that one. It's really good.
Yep. So
it's only 3 issues in, so not hard to catch up on too.
I'm gonna be looking for those on digital. So through my digital books. So cool. The Transformers books I got and I really like. If I like them enough, I'll buy them. Otherwise, I'll just stick to my digital. I don't know, just easier. And plus, I got like thousands of titles on digital, so or thousands of issues, I should say, not titles. Titles I have got lots of them, but no, I just the new book. Now look, I am very happy that IDW is using Hasbro's current toy designs for their characters in the book. Okay, I'm very happy about that. Don't get me wrong. And Hasbro probably stepped in there and said, "Look, as long as you hold our license, you'll use our character designs." I dig that, and they have every right to do it. I've seen people in some groups on Facebook complain about that. They absolutely hate it, absolutely hate on it. And they're hating on the whole book just because of Hasbro forcing their licensees to do something. That's their business. That's their property. They can do whatever they damn hell will please with it. Okay, it's theirs. So if IDW wants to use something they licensed, they have to abide by the rules of that licensor. So using their designs in their books is something they should have been doing from the start, if you ask me. But that said, I'm not a huge fan of the IDW later series, like the whole More Than Meets the Eye. Well, you've been in other debates with Input and we talk about how we don't like the idea More Than Meets the Eye, and it's not for the reason. A lot of people say, "Well, you just hate it because they're like robot love." I could care the fuck less. That doesn't bother me at all. What bothers me is how they portrayed the characters.
See, and that's I got out. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bumblebreeze.
I didn't say anything.
Were you saying something, Bumblebreeze? Oh,
I'm sure you did. You said something, Bumblebreeze. Say it again. Oh. Say it again. You said something just there.
I was laughing.
Oh, you was laughing. See, but that was saying something.
Well, see, I got out of the IDW comics before Phase 2. Like, I think it was around that Infestation or Dark Cybertron or whatever, sometime around that time when I think Insecticons had taken over the planet or something weird had happened. And I was like, this writing doesn't make any sense to me. I'm buying a comic. The art's not that great. I'm out. So then I just stopped. Yeah, I just stopped getting Transformers. And because, you were buying them for like $3 or $4 at the time. And I'm like, even the art to me isn't worth that amount of money.
See, for me, I just was not digging. See, after the spotlights, the direction they started, which I guess was building up to that whole Dark Cybertron thing, which is
right.
Okay, but I enjoyed the spotlight books, but I didn't.
I did too. Yeah, I collected all the spotlights.
Yeah. Now I just recently got a hold of the Last Stand of the Wreckers, and I really enjoyed that. I gotta tell you, that was good.
I still don't have that one, and I hear it was really good, but it was right after I had stopped kind of paying attention.
I suggest you get it. It's definitely worth it. It's definitely worth it. ACP, by the way, I included a link down there if you want to join in. So it's there if you'd like to join in. We're talking comics tonight, so and I know you're a big comic guy. You do your own stuff, so free to join in if you like. I'll be right back. Continue chatting amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
All right.
Right now.
Well, how goes it, Bumblebreeze? I saw your latest animation.
Yeah, go for something very serious, but then I'm like, that's going to take a really long time.
Well, just kind of sometimes a lot of comedy. Yeah, see, sometimes comedy is really good to have in any kind of medium that you have, because when you go real super serious and stuff, then it's like, well, it's not telling the story I wanted to tell. But then when you do a joke, it's just like then you get everybody to laugh at the same time.
Yeah. Trying to think of things to talk about.
If you're just joining us in the first hour on NinjaBill and Friends on Sunday.
Instant recap. So far we have talked about Jetfire, Ratchet, Shockwave. I forgot the big guy. He's kind of orange. I forgot his name. Predaking?
Impactor? Oh, Predaking. Yeah, Predaking.
I'm back.
What's up, Ninja Bill?
What were we talking about?
We're doing an instant recap.
By the way, ACP, there is a link there if you'd like to join. So I'm getting my laptop out, and we'll join you in a bit. Okie dokie. So anyway, so yeah, I'm just not enjoying this new series. I'm just not digging it. And Crimson, and Bumblebee's you too, if you haven't got it, pick up Last Stand of the Records. It's a good book. I really enjoyed it. There's a couple of others like I wonder whatever happened to that. What the hell? What the hell was that girl's name? In the Spotlight series. The hell was that?
I think that was the aliens coming in through your computer or something.
It was a weird noise, and I didn't know it wasn't. There it is again.
Is that
Bumblebee?
Is that on the? Are you doing this on your phone?
What are you doing, Bumblebreeze? That's from you, isn't it?
That was
Aha. I was like, what was that?
And he would have got away with it if it wasn't for those meddling kids.
Exactly.
I would try to make the noise again if it's the same noise.
Are you like right next to it, or is it like going through your vents and hitting like the microphone or something? That's kind of cool. It sounds like yeah, it sounds like you're trying to start up Frankenstein.
Lightning just struck the house. Gotta turn the heat.
Wait, where'd NinjaBill go?
Oh, I'm here.
Oh.
He's here.
I'm here. Sorry.
Always watching.
Yeah. I was actually looking for a book that I also recommend you pick up, Stormbringer. A great book. Stormbringer is a great book. I really dug Stormbringer, and I just love the Megatron design from Stormbringer. It's probably one of my favorites. I really dig him. I really liked his look in this book.
Was that the one where you kind of had like a War Within, but then it was mixed with almost like a jet kind of look too as well?
No, it was a tank mode. But once again, I'll show the image as best as I can. There you go. This is Megs, and I really liked his look. I did. I really liked his look. I really dug it.
Yeah.
I really dug it.
Very nice.
Yep.
It was almost like a Super Megatron. Now that I see the treads back there, man, that reminds me of Transformers Siege now.
Yeah. It does. I just, and the Jetfire was, had his pretty much his classics look from his classics toy. As you can see there.
Yep. That's cool.
Yep. So they used this classics toy for the artwork, and I thought that was pretty cool. I just really dug it. The Prime, he looked like a kind of looked like the classics version, but then again, he looked like the War Within. It was sort of a mixed bag. He looked like his War Within. Let's see if I can find a really good image of Prime here.
So I never really liked the IDW Prime that had the weird kind of dent in his chest. I always liked that flat panel chest that Optimus Prime usually had.
Here's sort of here he is in this one. So I like it. It's sort of a War Within look to him, and I really dug it. Let's see if I can find a better image in the back.
Hey, yeah, that one looks cool.
So I really liked it a lot. I like those cannons on his arm. I thought that was pretty cool. So I liked it a lot.
Is that supposed to be like his exhaust?
I like the artwork on that.
Turned into cannons.
Yeah.
Kinda. Yeah.
Oh yeah, here's a picture. I'm not sure if I can get it on there well enough. If I can see what I'm doing here. Yeah, there's the head, and there is his alt mode. So pretty cool. I dig it.
I always thought like because he had those gauntlets, it was kind of like a homage to both. I mean, well, I guess War Within before Armada, Transformers Armada, or around the same time. Now I can't remember, but anyway, but they both kind of homaged Optimus Primal's dual cannons that he had in Beast Wars.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
Check out Bomb Burst, man. That's pretty cool.
Pretty cool. What book is that? Is that a trade paperback?
Yeah, it's Stormbringer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They have the individual comics, but I don't have really any trade paperbacks or Transformers at all.
Oh yeah, I like I said, I got a lot of them up through the spotlights, and then I just quit. Pretty much just stopped it after that. This is where they have have the Doombringer himself, as some people like to call him, Thunderwing. So here's an image of Thunderwing.
It's pretty neat.
Yep. So I like their bludgeon too. Look at that.
Yeah, neither one of them really had like seemingly much to do since. I mean, they were mentioned in Generation 2 comics, but others since the Matrix Quest, we didn't see much of Bludgeon or Thunderwing.
Yeah. Now I wouldn't mind having a new Bludgeon toy in the upcoming Earthrise line. I wouldn't mind a new Bludgeon toy. I really want a new port. I do want a new port. Now, I like the Generations Warpath, but I think we're due for an update, fellas. That's just me, though. So, anyway, I don't know what else to talk about. It's so quiet. Wait, somebody else just said that too. Wolfmister. It's like, yeah, your usual rabble rousers aren't here. But anyway, I don't have anything else much to talk about. Any TF news you guys want to share?
Well, I mean, you probably read up on the new Earthrise, like the Alicon and the Quintesson and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we kind of all read the same news.
Yeah. Like I said, I can't wait. I would love to have that new MP Hound. I don't love the $200 price tag on it. I don't like that at all. But I could see that toy at maybe $80. Okay, I could see that Hound at $80, not $200. He looks like an $80 to me. Okay, let's see. 80,
yeah, I mean he's 160 on BBTS, but he's 170 as the MSRP. So, I mean he doesn't really come with he doesn't come with enough to justify that price point.
Yeah.
Hey, NinjaBill. Hey, everybody. Thank you for having me.
Hey,
what's going on, autocorrect primer?
How you doing, Rapture? How
Steve,
you doing,
all right?
Bumble?
Come back. Steve also came back. Hello, all. I was playing Transformers Earthrise, and just now am able to watch. Well, welcome and join in with the chat and everything, and we're here. So, anyway, what was you saying, Crimson? Or were you done? Crimson Raptor?
Oh, sorry. Say again, over.
I said, what were you talking about?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. No, we were talking about the new. We were talking about the new MP Hound and the price on it.
Oh,
because
I don't think it came with enough accessories to justify a 170 price point. I mean, even Big Bad Toy Store has them marked down to like 159, but that's like
I saw it at
$10 less.
I saw it at $199. Where what? I was pretty sure it was $199. I saw it on. No, that was Amazon. So.
Oh yeah, Amazon's always more expensive when new stuff comes out. It's like they've gotten wind that we like to collect stuff.
Yeah, but again,
them.
I can see I could see that at an $80 price range. Not, maybe even 120. Okay, I could see 120 for it, but any more than that, I wouldn't pay for it. I wouldn't pay for it. But
But
he's the
120,
first.
120 is still pushing. Is like I said the other day. For the hounds, they're asking too much money for it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. I mean, I like hounds, but unless I find it for a very good deal, that will not be in my collection.
Yes. I will, like I said, I will say this: he's the first masterpiece figure I've saw that I actually wanted to have, because it would be really nice to have him, but I don't see it at even, like I said, $80. I think is appropriate for him. Any more than that, I'd walk away. So.
Well, didn't when Sideswipe came out the first time around, weren't they like around that 60-50 range? Like I seem to recall even Prowl was $60 inside of Toys R Us, and we thought that was too much too.
Well, I got the Sideswipe, and I paid, what was it, 70 something for the Sideswipe when it came out, the MP Sideswipe.
I don't remember that one.
But see, like for me and Nikki, for the price that they're asking for the hound is what I ended up getting Nikki Hot Rod and me Sideswipe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't see really any more than $80. I think $80 is if you're looking to get the hound to add to your collection, I think $80 is the way to go, or less. Between 60 and 80, I think, is a good find. And hell, I even might even go the Takasa Tomy route. Takasa Tomy route, and get, if they have a KO of that, I'd be looking for it, because right now I would love to have the KO Ratchet, and again, I really like the look of this hound. If there's a KO of that, you better believe, as much as I hate KOs and third parties, I'm going to be all over it. If I have a chance to get it, I'm going to be over it. And and that's kind of thanks to you guys, especially like people like you, ACP, and like recently that Superion set you looked at, that KO set.
Oh yeah.
Wars, the quality of those,
Or that
the look of
Devastator.
them, or the MBK that I saw Dennis review.
Well,
And ACP review too. I was devastated, to pardon the pun.
well, I mean, I got I ended up getting Bruticus also. I also got the Hasbro Victoriatron. I also have the Minosaur from Hasbro, and neither one of their hip joints, I can't leave them in a combined mode. Either one of the ones from Hasbro, but I'm not taking the other ones out. Now I did trade out on Bruticus, the Amazon exclusive. I did trade the arm out because it fits perfect. But yeah, I mean, the hands are tighter, the joints are tighter, the feet are tighter, and the paint apps are a lot better, which I was completely surprised, because Nikki got those for me. I think one was like $25. The other one was around $30. Talking about the Bruticus and that up there. Yeah. And that was for all 5 figures. And then we got the Devastator one for $35. That's including shipping, all 6. Now I'm not as happy with the Devastator as I am the Bruticus and the Superion, but I don't understand how a third-party company has tighter joints and ratchets than Hasbro. And I mean, the 2 that I got from Hasbro, I can't leave Victoriatron or Minosaur in their combined mode without having them propped up against something. Well, Victoriatron, I can't put her in at all because her hips don't hold at all. It's completely loose. And that's only taking it. Yeah.
Yeah. See, now, as far as my Combiner Wars toys experience goes for combiners, I don't really have any combiners from there, but except for Skylinks, but the main component. But Alita 1's hips on the Power of the Primes combiners, Alita 1's, I'm telling you what, her hips don't hold up for crap.
Mm-mm.
She's always leaning forward or leaning backwards, always. And it's just like you said, I cannot get her to stand up straight to save her life or mine, for that matter. It's just not possible. And I can't. There's no way I can get in there to tighten those ratchets either to do
Oh
it
no,
without it.
because you'll do more damage.
Exactly.
Because it's
There's just,
hollow. I mean, you get into it. There's not solid pieces. There's still a lot of hollowness in there too that goes through.
mm-hmm.
You know.
It's a mess. And again, just like you said, there's nothing you can really do about it. And it's sad when the KO, I've seen like Ugly Wretch and some others, look at the upscaled stuff, and they're actually more superior than the official product. And again, I saw like that one set you got, the Superion set. I was really taken aback by those. I was like, wow. I mean, they looked really good, and you were, and I just remembered you first time you had them in your hand, and you were like just impressed by how solidly they were built.
Oh,
So,
yeah, and I just rearranged the series, the collection just now because Nikki was wanting to have another scene because she's going to do more pictures, and I put them next to Triptychon, and I've already moved them 3 or 4 times, and they're still standing, and which is amazing because I moved. Well, it's also like in your table when him and I were talking about the third party Devastator that who was it? It's the really big.
MBK.
What's that? The biggie bulk.
The NBK Devastator.
Yeah. Now that's the Devastator that I got for third party, and that thing doesn't stay together worth crap. It's just a piece of shit, to be honest. I mean, if I told him, he's like, I can't do a review with this. I said, that's why I've not done a review with that one, because when I tried to, I broke one of the arms off and had to order another one. Wow. And it's still, and see, that was a gift. And I know how much my sister got it for. And I'm like, I like it. And she knows I like Devastator. And she got that for me because she was like, ooh, he's big and bulky and beefy. But I was like, yeah, I actually had it. What's that little stand that you said? It was a doll stand?
A doll stand.
We had to get it.
I had for porcelain dolls.
That's the only way we can get it stand up.
Hold on 1 minute, guys. We got another one joining us here. Oh, there we go. Wolfemus, welcome.
Hey, Wolfemus.
Going on, Wolfemus?
How are you guys doing?
Doing good. Yourself? You sound like you're doing well.
Yeah.
Anyway, please continue, ACP.
Oh, I was just saying, other than having to keep that to, the doll stand to hold that up, you shouldn't have to do that. But like we were talking about in the podcast on Saturday night, what do you think about the upgrade kits? Would you pay $30 for a deluxe if it had no gaps or anything?
Possibly. It depends on. See, now, here's the thing: is since I've received most of my collection that I've gotten this year, I've actually received from others. Like only 2, 3 actually that I've picked up myself. So I can't really speak to that. But I myself. Oh, that reminds me. I recently ran across just Spinster and Crosshairs. Spinster though the box was in really bad. It looks like a return. It was returned. The back of the box was like almost tore in half, and he was missing the little, rubbery bandery things that he holds him into the packaging. So anyway, but as I was saying, if there were no gaps, but here's the thing with is what can we really expect from a company that, how do I want to say this? Despite what people see in these toys, like for example, let's say this guy right here. I'll turn on my camera. Let's say this guy right here. All right. Now these are basically legends. These battle class ones. These are basically legends. Now, as much as it would be nice to have a bunch of other things like better articulation in these things, what can we expect from a company that has to produce items to a certain specifications for 100 different regions with 100 different toy codes and toy classifications that or safety regulations that they have to go through to produce, versus something like a KO and a 3P. They don't have to worry about that sort of thing. Like they have to worry about of course they have to worry about their bottom line, part counts and weights and all that stuff, but they also have to worry about safety regulations and everything else.
But
The reason why third party can get away and KO companies can get away with, better quality builds and all that is because they don't have to worry about that stuff. They don't have to care about those regulations.
Yeah, but like you and I, we do like the Cyberverse line, but you have to admit that right there, that figure in your hand from that line is better than the Warrior class that they were giving us.
Oh yeah,
the plastic's better. It's thicker. It's sturdier. It might be ball joints, but I can put it in poses. Yeah. Yep. Do I limit the having not to be able to turn the head? Yeah, I find that kind of annoying sometimes, but I can look past that.
Yep.
But when you have that line coming out, and that's a really nice figure for the price too. I mean,
yeah. And when we talk about panel lines, like look at this. Look at this. He has really 2 panel lines, and that is right there, and right there. See, you can see those 2 panel lines. Otherwise, this one doesn't have a lot of panel lines in it, and it ain't no $30, but he's a great little ratchet toy. Sure, the end bot mode has this big clunky bit back here. Sure, that's all part of the robot foot and leg, but still, it's not a lot of panel lines. And and by the way, thank you once again, ACP. By the way, if you watch from the beginning, you'll note that this made my top 2019. So
did it?
Yes, it did. But so $30 for a toy that doesn't have many panel lines? No, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Again, it depends on the character. It really, and how attached I am to that character. Like, okay, for example, Impactor. I almost have no attachment to the character. Is it a great toy? Absolutely. I love it. Is he a great character? That's subjective.
Well, like Emperor was saying, you got the hollow points in the legs, and he's getting an add-on kit to take with that. But I've actually got what's this, Astro Chain coming in, and
I'm so jealous.
Well, it was my brother gave me a gift card, so I was like, well, it's the only way I'm going to get him. But I started looking at reviews today for him, and that jet mode, that's awful.
The shuttle?
Yes, the shuttle mode. That's
with that gap towards the rear stabilizer wing.
Yeah,
I'm hoping some add-on kit will come out to cover that.
But for $50, should that be? I mean, we get a mini pad, and it's told us a leader class, and it's got that. I didn't realize how bad the back was, but yeah, that's horrible looking.
Well, I knew about it. I saw the original post images we got some time ago on TFW. So I was aware of how bad it was, but it doesn't take away from the overall toy, which is a really awesome looking toy. I don't know. I haven't got it in hand. If I do get it in hand, it'll probably either be my brother or somebody else sending me one, and I'll be really thankful either way. But I just love the overall. It's the closest thing. I mean, the closest thing we've got to the Generation toy in a long time. I mean, for example, the Generations toy, the Classics one, it didn't look nothing like, except for the robot mode. It didn't really pull off that Generation 1 Astro Train look. Even the robot mode didn't really, come to think about it. I mean, it was a great toy. Is it Astro Train? Kind of.
See, I can understand why some figures don't have ankle pivot or the ankle tilt like that. That I can understand. But if you're not going to give me a bicep swivel for me to move that weapon around in a different way, then at least give me that wrist swivel. So if you don't give me either of those, like how most of the Combiner Wars figures were, I'm like, what are you doing? Like you gotta up that quality on there, and that's why Siege, you'll have it on a lot of the figures, even like Reflector. He doesn't have that wrist swivel because of the part of how his transformer works.
Mm-hmm.
But he's got a lot of other articulation everywhere else.
So what you're saying is you'd rather pay for articulation over everything else. That $30 would be for articulation.
Right.
Well, honestly,
because I know that costs more in engineering.
Yeah, and I agree with Rapture on that. It's either the wrist or the bicep. And I'm sorry, Wolfen, I didn't know you were saying something. I apologize.
Oh, I have the worst figure right here that has no articulation at all. Like, here it is. This Jetfire here has no articulation at all.
That's a Cyber Battalion one?
Yeah, from Walgreens.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him also. He's like Shockwave. But, the sad thing is the Shockwave's alt mode is from that line is the best alt mode, I feel. Even though it doesn't have a lot of articulation.
Yeah, see, and that's the Cyber Battalion Shockwave is the one, I regret the most actually purchasing. Like, it was $15, but I was like, his knees don't bend. Why don't his knees bend? They got to do something.
I agree. I completely agree with that. Absolutely.
But that Jetfire, I see it in the store. Yeah, he can't even sit down. That's right. That Jetfire, though, I have been tempted to get it only for the weapons that he comes with. So I'm like, if you look at it this way, I'm paying $15 for 2 little pieces of plastic. So it's kind of like an add-on kit.
Well, you know what? I
can see that.
I can too, because I actually took the weapons and put it on the Siege Jetfire.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do.
and it looks good. It really does. I mean that, and I'm like, because Nick is like, what are you doing? I was like, well, I can't. He does, his legs don't move. He doesn't do anything. He's just going to sit here on my desk right next to Alpha Trion. And I said, but I'm just going to take his weapons off and put it on the Siege one. And, that does it, and adds to the Siege one too. Really nice.
So you don't care about that Cyber Battalion Jetfire then, right? Or about or vehicle mode?
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, neither one.
That would be the best figure for you because we were talking yesterday about getting like customs and stuff like that. That would be the best figure to experiment on customizing because it doesn't matter if you messed up on it at all.
I like him just fine. I like him just fine. He made my top 10 for 2019. He made my top 10 toys. Now, see, my top 10 wasn't just 2019 toys. It's toys I received in 2019. So, he made my list. And I agree.
I like his box artwork. It looks really great.
Yeah. And his toy and these guns do look, really good with Jetfire. Siege Jetfire. Mm-hmm. They do work. So, I've tried that myself, ACP. You better believe I did.
But
and you better believe I took the armor and put it on the Siege one too from the Cyber Battalion or Cyberverse series one. I put that on there too.
I didn't even believe it. Huh. I'll have to. That's a good idea, Rapture. I think I will do that because it has no special. It's just sitting on the desk and it's not. It's just going to collect dust. That would be a good. Yeah, the Jetfire. The one that's just sitting on the desk, I can use that to test out doing customs.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. I tell Nikki because she always writes things down so I don't forget.
Man, I forget everything. I don't know what I do without my wife.
Hell, I'm older than y'all, and I sometimes forget stuff.
You got Alexa?
Alexa, did I buy this figure in 2019? Oh, man, I'm buying another one. I got to put that back in the box.
Get used to it, because that's exactly how the woman's going to talk to you, except it's going to probably be a higher pitch at you sometimes. But, you get it right there.
It is really funny, though, because, my wife will do that. Yeah, she'll say that. She'll be like, don't you have that figure already? And I'm like, well, yeah, but this will be just my third one. I need an army. It's a troop builder.
That's right. Nikki
Oh.
can't say anything. She's already saw the new little Sharkicons that's going to come out with which I don't understand why.
Don't get me started on army building.
Side swipe. I mean, not side swipe. Excuse me. Hot Rod's going to be black. And
Yeah, it looks. I guess it's his shattered glass colors, is what somebody told me. I don't know, because I've never looked at the shattered glass. I don't know crap about shattered glass, but
that makes
I'm
sense.
told it's either his more than meets the eye colors or shattered glass colors. I don't know which.
That makes
So-
sense because after the episode that came out today that I saw with the season finale, that makes a lot of sense then. Because I was like, why is he black? And if he's going to be black, why does he not have purple so he can be,
the evil guy from yeah.
Unicron's-
So Unicronus, whatever his name was.
Yeah, I think it was Rodimus Unicronus. I think that's what
Yes.
it is.
Yeah,
That's it.
right. I think that's it.
Yeah, yeah. I just know him as Lemmy Prime. That's what I call him.
Lenny Prom. It's like-
Lemmy from Motorhead. Yeah,
Yeah.
with that goatee and mustache that he had. So Lemmy Prime. That's what I call him.
Oh, I loved his chops. I was like, you go. You finally grew up. You got a pair. There you go.
Exactly. Exactly. Most people, when I first started calling that, didn't get the reference. I'm like, go watch a Motorhead video.
Yep.
Get back to me when you do. Because, Lenny Prime, it fits.
He's covert ops hot rod.
There you go. But
So yesterday,
I saw that set, and it includes 2, 3 Sharkticons, and I'm just like, okay, that's cool. That's one way to do it. But oh man, like I said, don't get me started on army building. Like for example, in a face group today, somebody shared their image, and this guy had probably Black Series stormtroopers. Probably had 150 of them on a table, in his home. It's like, why is that necessary? Why? Why? It's like the only place you could put it was on a table or on the floor. What's the point?
My dream is to get a 501 stormtroopers.
500 stormtroopers, you said, ACP?
Yeah, 501. So
501?
Yep.
It's just where.
Why the extra one?
Because it'd be the 501st.
I saw that coming. But no, I don't get the point of army building. For me, it's like, okay, if I want Sharkticons, at most 5, 6 at most for any character. If you want an army of them, that's good enough in my mind, anyway. I don't need 20 of one character. I don't need 20 Sharkticons. Okay, I don't have that kind of space. For me, it's not so much about. It's about space. This is exactly what it's about. It's about space. It's like, okay, do I need to build extra shells for the extra 150 freaking stormtroopers? No, I'm not going to do that. That's just pointless. I can use that space for something else.
So you don't need any more Sharkicons, Nikki. That's what NinjaBill. I'm agreeing with him.
I disagree.
I'm cutting you off with the Sharkicons.
Now wait, Nikki. I did not promote. I am not promoting you. I am not saying don't buy any more Sharkticons. I am not saying that, Nikki. Don't let Derek put words in my mouth.
Throw you under the bus on that one. She's got her a new Sharkicon that she got. What was it? Was it yesterday when you were out?
Hey, Lord LaRouche, welcome.
Is it the Cyberverse Sharkticon she's adopting?
Yeah, she finally got that one, and
Nice.
so she's got. I saw on the wish list that she's got some from Takara. She wants after she saw Tia Fan Geeks, she was like, "I want your paint job." Like,
She had the puppy dog eyes.
oh, she does. It's like Sharkicons are her thing. She's like, oh, I can't get enough of them. I was like, and I can't ever. I have a G1 stuff that's set up, NinjaBill. The only G1 figure that is not with the other G1s is the Sharkicon, because that's Big Mama that Nikki's called with her little babies around it.
Hey, did you finally get that arm and the tail weapon?
No, not for a price that I'm at the moment willing to
I got
pay.
you. I apologize.
I was
Yep.
like,
Well, hopefully you do get. Hopefully you do find him. And get him at a decent price and ship to you and have him completed because, I knew you guys would greatly. The moment you saw that SharkCon on my video and you said, we want that, and I was like, okay, sold. You didn't have to pay for it, thankfully, but well, we tried. For some reason, the payment method. For those of you guys who don't know, they did try giving me a cash for that SharkCon. For some reason, the payment method just wouldn't work. So I just said, screw it, have it. It's yours, no charge. Because all that trouble, it just wasn't worth it. Not for $10. So
Is that a G1 Sharkticon?
Yep.
yes.
Yeah, sometimes those prices. I've still been trying to get a G1 Cup and a G1 Blur, just their rifles, just their guns, and the people want like $15 freaking each for them.
Now, when it comes to Cup, are you talking about the 86 Cup or the 87 Cup with
not the Target Master? No,
okay,
not the Target Master. I just want his regular blaster he had from that you see him within the movie because I want that for my Dakar Legends Titans Return Cup, so that he'll have not a Target Master because that one comes with a Target Master. I don't care about that thing. So
yeah, that's the 87 one. It comes with Target Master recoil. So
yeah, so I just want just the regular gun that's not a Target Master, and still people want crazy prices for it.
Oh yeah, and I don't know why. I don't know why Cup toys are so G1 Cup toys are so pricey. I don't get it. But
well, there was a G1 Cup. It had gone for at the time I was starting to look for him. It had like recently gone for like $25, and it had the rifle with it, right? And I was like, I really don't want to pay $25 for the gun. But then I was like, what if I just get the gun and then I could maybe sell the cup for like $20 shipped somewhere? And so. But I've been trying to look for that, but then people start bidding crazy on Cup, and I'm like, "What? You guys only paid $25 for it over here. Why are you paying $40 now?"
Take a look at
Steve said, "I'm sorry to interrupt." Steve said, "I mean, we got Cheetos. Who's to say we won't get a Beast Wars Megs in Cyberverse?" Then he says, Cheetor, damn spell check. Yes, we need Cheetos and Transformers, damn it. We need a transforming Cheeto. What is that cat's name from the Cheetos commercials? We need it.
Chester Cheetah.
Anyway, what were you saying? I'm sorry.
I was going to tell Raptors to check out Wheeljack's Labs. He does really good prices on weapons and stuff too. I get a lot of that.
Is it like his website? You have the website?
Or check out Shapeways.
What's that, NinjaBill?
Or check out Shapeways.
Yeah. He's on eBay is where I get a lot of stuff from him, but he also has what's his do you remember what his website is right now?
It looks like it is just a website, wheeljackslab.com.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I've never heard of this place before.
Or what about Arsenals? Deep Space Arsenals.
Yeah, Deep Space Arsenals. That's a good one.
Yep.
Well, so like you mentioned Shapeways and stuff, but the thing is, like with those, is that I kind of want one more accurate to the G1 toy, because I got the G1 Perceptor gun and it fits perfectly with the Titans Return Perceptor, and they did that actually on purpose. And so that's kind of where I want to have like the three bots, right? Blur and Perceptor and Cup from the movie that have like their 1986 weapons. So unless somebody makes one that looks just like it, I think the G1 one is the only one I'll be able to that'll work with it.
Yeah. See, I have the 87 Target Master Cup with recoil, so that's the only cup I got. And it's exactly the same toy, only it didn't come with a rifle. It comes with a Target Master. So
right, and it's got a peg hole. So
yep, and that's really the only difference. And I like it. I like it a lot. So it's going to be a feature in my Transformer random post. So that's how much I like him. But yeah, that's another question is would you buy a Hasbro toy that featured no accessories but had better quality plastics and paint on it, but no accessories? Would you still buy it at $30? Say again?
If it didn't have gaps in it, yeah,
But no accessories.
I would be fine with that.
Yeah, yeah. I would get that. Like let's say for example, Siege Prime didn't come with an axe or a rifle. I would be really upset with no rifle, but the quality of that figure of Siege Prime is worth that price.
Okay. See, now me, I'm kind of an accessories guy. I like the more accessories, the better. That's why I didn't mind the Shockwave. Even yes, he's quote unquote leader, but he's really a Voyager, and it's just with all the accessories. I, however, like the more accessories, the better because
Yeah.
there's so much. Give me 100 guns. If I'm paying an extra $15 for 100 guns, okay. Win-win. But that's just me. That's not everybody else. So everybody else might not see the $15. I'm just using an example for that. Mr. V, welcome. Nikki, welcome.
Or geez, for life, get out of here. I'm tired of seeing you.
But yeah,
well,
so I wouldn't mind. I would mind if I had to buy a toy and it had no accessories with it. That would actually bother me more than, say, anything else. I guess even a toy that is less painted, it would bother me more if they came with no accessories. Like for example, I still wanted. I've never found it. The Cyberverse Prowl, right? The Warrior class Cyberverse Prowl. I think that's a better one than the Siege version. Okay, they both came out at the same time. I think it's the better toy. It's less painted, but it had the better accessories. So I think, that's one of those situations where I would pay the same price for that because it just has better accessories. That's just me, though. Not everybody else would be like that. Some people would prefer better quality plastic, better paint. I'm just the opposite. I like accessories.
which prowl set you said is Bill?
The Cyberverse Prowl, the Warrior class one, the one you reviewed, before you actually got the Siege one.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I actually like the playability with it too.
It's a better toy than the Siege one. It looks better. It looks more like a G1 Prowl.
I agree, and I almost picked up that Prowl in Target, but I was looking at it and I was like, but I already have the Siege Prowl. But then I was like, I like that blue little police cruiser. I bet if I paint that up, that would work well as like a little drone for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it just the Cyberverse Warrior class one just looks like and it's basically a deluxe one, okay? And it looks more like a G1 Prowl, both in his ult mode and his robot mode, than the Siege version does. Period. I mean, if you look at a side by side, and ACP could do it easily, in a video, he could hold up both of them, and I guarantee you that Cyberverse one looks so much better than the Siege one. Unless
you were talking about the Warrior one. I thought you were talking about the little 2-packer.
No. I'm talking about the Warrior class one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It just looks better. It just looks so much better, in my opinion. Not everybody would agree with me, but in my opinion, it just looks better. Where'd everybody go?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay. You're probably looking at images of it right now, aren't you?
I was reading a coupon that was on my desk for some reason. I was like, why is this coupon still here? It's expired.
Well, that's no good.
Yeah, that's random.
But I mean, it's just for me. Would I pay $30 for a less paneled toy, but it had no accessories? No. I guess my answer would be no there, because Rainmaker's nice. I don't care for the Rainmakers. I'll be honest about it. Unless somebody actually got them for me, I wouldn't pick those up myself. That's just me.
Wolfemus, did you get them for that $55 on clearance?
Yep.
Yeah, nice. That's pretty awesome. So,
well, 56 for other reasons. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like. even when that set came out, like if you look at like that for example, the Rainmakers, each of those figures they retailed at $30 each. They came with nothing but null rays, but they had faux panels in their back thighs. Their arms didn't leave big gaps in their forearms. They actually had a nice little transforming forearm that worked well, which I wish they would apply to like everything they could. And then you get that now they're in stores, they're like on clearance for $55 for 3 of those. So it's just like, well, that's from $90 down to $55. Like I know that's not like a good profit they could have made on those, but if you think about it, they're still making their money on those. Even the stores and Hasbro, everybody's still making their money is on those.
Mm-hmm.
Well, basically, all these Seekers are just remodes of Starscream.
Yeah.
Well, that's pretty much always been the case, except for a few lines.
Nothing
Like
changed.
except for a few lines, has always been the case where they're almost always the Seekers have almost always come from a Starscream mold. Only 2 there's an exception to that. So,
And I went
nice. Yes, there you go. Look at the Cyberverse one and the Siege one. Look at the difference. The Cyberverse one just nails it.
Yeah. It's the blue. It's the blue windows really make them pop.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the shoulder details. You see all the symbols on the shoulders. The Cyberverse one, the shoulder cannons that came with him, where the Siege one doesn't have. Sure, Barricade has it, but and Blue Streak has them. He didn't come with shoulder cannons. Cyberverse did.
Well, I think that's because they were trying to go for that cartoon aesthetic, because Prowl and the G1 cartoon never had shoulder cannons, but both of them as a toy did. And I think Blue Streak was the only one that ever had them out. Oh, Smokescreen did too. But his were shaped differently.
Yeah. Still, I like I said, I like accessories. The more accessories to a toy, the better. That's just me, though. Like I said, everybody has their own thoughts on what is quote unquote worth the purchase. We've all seen it in each other's videos and reviews. For me, that was a bunch of scraping or whatever that was. Squeaky chair, I'm assuming. But
Probably a squeaky chair.
I'm assuming. I hope. Anyway, but for me, I just like it. The more accessories, the better. And am I a what they call a G1er? Kind of, but in the same sense, I also like a new style sometimes. Like, for example, Brunt, all right? He never did have a robot mode, all right? And I dig the robot mode for Brunt, all right? That was something new from old. And I just absolutely love it. I love his look, his robot mode look. I've never imagined Brunt as a robot until the Siege one, and it just nailed it, in my opinion. And when they do that for characters, for toys, it's awesome. And that makes me want, I prefer to buy toys like that. But we've all said the same thing. New characters, please. New toys, Kato says it quite a bit, too. So, am I a G1er? When it comes to certain characters like Prowl, yes, I want him to look more like G1, okay? Because I had a G1 Prowl. So that's a nostalgia thing. And that's more nostalgia than it is anything else. Boy, I'm just rambling. I'm not getting to the point here. It's just, I don't know how else to get to the point.
But it's like what we were saying. Do you think that they're becoming oversaturated, though? I mean, take a look. We got 3 Prowls from 3 different lines. Is Hasbro starting to oversaturate themselves with all the same characters?
Yep. Oh yes. Now that I will agree on that one. It's like, okay, so how many primes did we get from the last 5 lines, including the sublines like Cyberverse? How many Optimus Primes did we get? I think we got 7. I could be wrong, but I think we got 7, or maybe.
Do we count all the little tiny Legends ones and from Cyberverse and all the different versions they had?
Let's just say the last 3 lines, including the sublines. There's probably been 8 Optimus Prime toys. Well, how many friggin' Prime? In Cyberverse alone, there's been what? 6 of them. Am I wrong?
This is a
5 or 6, something like that.
How about the one with the battle base trailer? I like that one.
Oh, I like that one too. As a matter of fact, I'm the one who convinced ACP to buy it.
It works well as a tiny little trailer for Siege Prime, but if somebody would just, there's not a lot of things I would want a KO company to do but if they could just upsize that Cyberverse battle base trailer a little bit more so it works with
For the
Siege
Siege
Optimus.
line? Oh, yeah. Because it works
I'd totally
so
be
well.
okay with
It works so well for Battle Masters and Micromasters. It works so well.
But do you think that, with the Earth Bras coming out, do you think that's really a $50 figure?
25 maybe, but not more. Well, I don't know. With Earth, see, I do want the Earthrise Prime. I will say that I do want him because I want another G1 style Optimus with a trailer, but I don't want a $400 MP price tag on it.
Right.
Just to have a trailer.
Well,
Okay?
I mean, he comes with extra finger articulation to hold, and he comes with a matrix to be able to hold that too. So the design aesthetic is there, at least in the robot mode and the truck mode. It's just the back of the trailer is where people have that problem, and some of the colors are kind of off inside the trailer, but that stuff can be fixed with paint.
That's subjective. That's subjective.
Yeah. And again, it's about that extra articulation. That's what really hooks me into it.
Mm-hmm.
But isn't the trailer going to end up sometimes going to be, sometimes left in the box? I mean, are you going to have it displayed?
I'll definitely have it displayed.
I would, depending on how good that vehicle mode is, I'm almost tempted to get one at retail and then get one at a discounted price and display them in both modes. And it would be very unusual for me to get a Generations type figure to do that.
I'm gonna head out.
I definitely want him. And the back of the trailer doesn't really bother me. Okay, I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and like you, it doesn't really bother me. It would bother me more if the trailer just came in a dull white plastic. Sure, it's a darker gray plastic, but it would bother me more if it was the wrong colored plastic than it is the rear doors not operating like the G1. All right, that's just me though. That's because maybe I'm not picky enough. I don't know. Some things I am more picky about, but it's like toys who have hollow legs in the back. It's just like, who cares? I'm not going to display them backwards. Who displays your characters backwards on a shelf? People talk about backpacks all the time. It's like, really, are you facing them? Are you facing them backwards on a shelf? When people walk in the room, all they see is the backside of your robots. Really? Is that how you're displaying them? Okay, well, more power to you. But honestly, I could care less about that.
Now, I would say from a stop motion animator perspective, having a lot of junk in the trunk is kind of bothersome, but it's such a small minority to the people that actually buy the figures that it's not a valid complaint.
Or display their figures. I mean, again, like honestly, hollowness, yes, it is a thing. I don't much care for it, but there again, if somebody like hollow legs on say this Jetfire, right? Whereas the hollow legs on this Jetfire, I can't really see the hollowness from the sides. You can see it there. Yes, this hollow. Impactor, great example. Impactor. Yes, he has some hollow bits on there on the side, but I'm not going to display him sideways on my shelf either. Now, it depends on the dynamic posing, Sure, it makes it more visible. And I got to thank Ugly Wretch, by the way. He's actually sending me that upgrade kit with the filler bits. So that's awesome.
Yeah, I think he just reviewed that, didn't he, recently?
Yes, he did. And then he told me, by the way, I'm sending you one of these. And I was like, awesome. Let's see. Steve Evans in chat said, yeah, hashtag make so many of the same 20 or so bots and cons. However, there's over 100 other G1 bots and cons to make. Absolutely agree.
Guys. I'm gonna head out.
Okay. Have a good one.
See you, man.
Have a good one.
Peace.
Holy crap! We've been at this for an hour and 49 minutes. Wow. Let's see here. Crimson obviously has said we do keep buying them up. Yes, we do. yes,
Well,
yes, we do. Otherwise, we wouldn't be talking about them as we have been this whole time.
I will be honest. I am passing on the Optimus Prime on Earthrise, unless I see the figure and see a little bit more reviews on it. For me, I'm actually really happy with the Siege Optimus. You know, I like the way he looks. I like the way he feels. He's easy. He's enjoyable still to transform. And also for space, I just don't know if I have space for that trailer. You know,
That's
and
understandable.
and when you see him, he's actually taller than the trailer if he's put into the back of it.
Mm-hmm.
So
the Generation 1 was taller. That you couldn't put the Generation One Prime in his trailer either. So I don't see the point. You know, when it was closed up. Now when it was open, it was a different story. But are you talking about like the repair bay type of thing when he's standing up? Is that what you're talking about?
or when he's laying down.
Huh.
Yeah.
Maybe I haven't seen those images then. So.
Yeah, it's kind of that was the original play feature for like when it was the Diaclone, is that was your repair bay for Battle Convoy, yeah, because Powered Convoy was Ultra Magnus, but Battle Convoy, like, that was a repair bay. So when you bought the other cars, then you would put them in the trailer, and that would be how he would transport them, and that's where he would fix them. So that's probably why we don't see the trailer as often in a lot of toys. Because one, it's extra plastic, and two, it takes up a lot of room for either collections or either just shipping it to a retailer.
I disagree. The reason why we don't haven't much seen it is because, like, in the cartoons as of late, his trailers, like in the Unicron trilogy line. Now, the reason we saw trailers there all the time is because they were part of his super mode, except for the Energon line, where it carried his super mode limbs inside that trailer. But so on those we had a trailer, like the Galaxy Prime, his trailer, became part of his super mode, big wings and the fold out, giant cannons and whatnot. And then on Armada Prime, it's a brick, yes, but the whole entire trailer changed for super mode, came the bottom section of it,
Yeah.
So that's why they included those with the toys. Now with the Transformers Prime and onwards, he hasn't really had a trailer except for that one episode in Transformers Prime where he had the trailer when they had to load this cargo on a train or something, or protect this train. There he had a trailer, but there's no toy that had a trailer with it. Only the movie Prime toys have had trailers because we saw the trailers in the movie. So, that carried over. The reason why the other lines haven't had them is because they haven't been featured in the tunes. That Machinima series, he never had a trailer in that one either. Just my opinion, though.
And then
Bumblebreeze asks, "Can you guys hear me?" So speak, Bumblebreeze.
I'm not hearing him.
I'm not hearing him either.
Yeah, I'm not hearing you.
Nope. So there you go, and then get back on Bumblebreeze.
Yeah. Try to reconnect. What were you saying, ACP?
I'll pop that link back in.
I was just saying, when you got I got the Galaxy upgrade Optimus Prime, and I'm like, okay, so I do have him with a trailer that also adds to him, and that actually makes sense, and it fits. It looks well.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm just
All right,
curious
this is
about.
probably going to be a little bit off topic. But I sent a link inside the private comments. I just thought it was kind of
I don't see a link in here. I must have missed it. Yeah, I don't see a link in here. Crimson, where'd you go?
Oh, is everybody still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I lost Crimson
Yeah.
though for some reason.
On the comment.
There we go. For some reason I lost him and now he's back. All right. Sorry about that, Crimson. I don't know what happened.
I clicked on the link, but it took me out of the browser, so it dropped me out of the Chrome because I'm only able to get on StreamYard because my computer is so antiquated. So I'm able to get out on my actual phone through the browser.
There you go. There you go. I can do PC, but StreamYard I have to. If I use my mobile, I can't actually stream my own. I can only join streams with my mobile. So in order to use StreamYard, I have to use my PC. Yeah.
That's exactly my situation. That's correct.
Yep. So,
You see the link, though?
I did not see the link.
I saw the link, but I can't. If I click on it, it takes me out, so I couldn't see it. So
Yeah.
it looks like it goes to a YouTube. So
yeah, and by the way, Bumblebees, I've yet to watch your latest bid, but I promise you, I will get a watch probably tomorrow sometime. I've got a busy day tomorrow, and I probably should be getting crashing here. I got to go help my cousin move. So, but what were we talking about? Yeah, we're talking about the trailers for Primes, and ACP was talking about the Siege Galaxy Upgrade Prime, and in trailers like that, that's because of that super mode, so it makes sense there. And the Earthrise, and that is absolutely 100% targeted for us collectors. There's no way in hell that's targeted for kids because they wouldn't have seen the trailer anywhere but in the movies, and that's a different looking tractor trailer combination. So,
yeah, completely.
Does he have one in Cyberverse on Cybertron, or has he not transformed into a Cybertronian mode on Cyberverse?
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, I've never seen one in Cyberverse. I've never seen him have the trailer in Cyberverse, so I don't know. So when that Battle Base Optimus Prime came out with that trailer, that was a new thing, and I wanted it immediately. I saw it, and I was like, yes, a Prime with a trailer. I had to have it. TFN Geek, welcome. Well, I only have about 3 minutes left in the show, but absolutely you can join us.
Thank you.
There you go. I only got 3 minutes left in the show, but
what?
So, yeah. Well, we've been at this for an hour and 57 minutes.
Right.
They can't do the 7.5 hours.
Yeah. But
we have a life.
So I'm on board for the Earthrise Optimus Prime and the trailer, and if people want to complain about the back end of a trailer, well, are you going to display the back end of the trailer on a shelf? I mean, honestly, is that what you're going to do?
Well, I'll say that on Earthrise, I'm totally out on Starscream. Like, I'm out of that and I don't see how that's going to be any more superior to what we have in Siege or superior to what we had in the Classics line. And I'll buy Wheeljack. I'll get Grapple and Hoist. As hollow as Hoist is, I'll get them. But I'm out on the Seekers because I just bought way too many of them for Siege.
I agree. I'll get I'll buy the Starscream because I'll get that for my brother, but that's about it. I might get Thundercracker if they come out with a Thundercracker.
If they do the Coneheads, I'll get them.
Absolutely, I'll get Coneheads too.
Nice,
yeah,
okay?
Yeah.
Thrust, Ramjet, and Dirge would be nice to have.
Yeah. Maybe also Sunstorm
nice
if they do Sunstorm.
I'd be out. That's just because I'm not attached to him at all. I'm just not attached to him at all. The character or the toys.
I really find it strange. Like, I really could totally see a Earthrise exclusive for, like, they do like the Rainmakers, right? They do an exclusive for somebody, maybe Big Bad toy store or Entertainment Earth or even Walmart and do like a 3-pack of those repainted as the welcoming committee. So you get Sunstorm and Hotlink and Bitstream. Like I could see them doing that. It just doesn't match the Earthrise aesthetic.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. Yeah. So anyway, Chief Band Geek, we were talking about Optimus Prime and the Earthrise trailer and whatnot. And so what's your opinion on it?
My opinion on it is that it's basically a Voyager class thing with a added accessory piece, like what we got with Astro Train, and where his it's basically a Voyager class size toy, and the trailer is just what's bringing the price tag up from $30 to $50. It might be worth it for some people, especially because I found out after looking at photos, the back door of Optimus Prime's trailer is a connection peg for Micromaster ramps. So you can actually hook the back of Optimus Prime's trailer to Siege Omega Supreme. If you want.
Nice. See, for me, it'd be about Optimus Prime, a G1 Optimus Prime looking Optimus Prime with a trailer again.
I'm divided about whether or not if I'm going to get Optimus Prime, because I did want to get it originally, but since Amazon canceled my pre-order and now I have to definitely wait until he goes back on sale to get a hold of him. I technically have 2 Optimus Prime toys that have trailers based on his G1 appearance, the Power of the Prime's Leader class version, and then the original Transformers Classics Voyager class figure. I got the third-party trailer that was released by Fans Project for that, so that is my quintessential Classics Optimus Prime trailer figure.
I forget about the Power of the Primes one because I never found that one. Never found it. So that's the only. I'm missing 3 Prime toys. I'm missing the Power of the Primes one, Studio Series 38, and I'm missing the crap. I forget which one now, but I'm missing really only 3 Primes from my Prime collection, and someday I will. Oh, and the Star Count. That's the other one. The retool of the Power of the Primes one in the Star.
I don't have that either.
Yeah, I'd like to have that one, but I'm missing that one. That's the 3 I'm missing. So, and I want them, but it's one of those things where if I get them, awesome. If not, I regret it, but it is what it is. But I do want that Earthrise Optimus Prime because I just like the idea of having a complete G1 looking newer Optimus Prime figure sitting on a shelf.
Especially since it was found in one of Walmart's listings, one of the upcoming Earthrise figures is going to be a new Voyager class toy of Megatron.
Yeah. I want that RC. I'll never see it around here. I want an RC. I have not seen or found an RC toy since the Energon RC. Okay, that's how long it's been since I've seen an RC.
You don't even have the Generations one?
Nope, never seen it ever in retail.
Anyway, I never saw it at the store either. I got my Generations RC from Amazon.
I've never seen an RC toy in the stores ever. Even the TF Prime one, I never saw in stores. None of the Generations one, none of the Transformers Prime, none of the movie ones, not a single RC, not one. The RC, TF Prime RC, the deluxe one I got, which is the Series 2, not the very first release one.
Oh, yeah.
I happened to find when I was out of state, I was at the Mall of America, and I walked into the store there, and they had her there, but that's the only reason I got that one, because I never see an RC around here. And I saw the Walmart listings on TFW 2005 for an RC, and I'm like, please, God in heaven, give me an RC.
You got also another RC is going to come out of the Cyberverse line too, which is the
what?
RC's given a toy in the Cyberverse toy line since she appears in the cartoon.
What? Oh, I want that one too.
Yep.
Yeah,
I did not know about that.
Two chances of getting an RC figure this year.
Optimus Wilbur, welcome.
Hello there.
Earthrise is supposed to have one too, but I fear, I hope, I don't want to say I fear, I hope it's not a repaint of Siege Chromia.
Oh,
no.
No, I hear it's a new mold. So they're both new. I didn't know about the Cyberverse one, but I know the Earthrise is going to be a new mold.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen pictures of it. I just know that Hasbro has said it's a new mold. So
I just hope we get to see Snapdragon next month at New York Toy Fair.
maybe we'll see RC and that reveal as well.
Yeah,
Who
and
knows?
maybe Scorponok complete. Because so far they've only shown the headmaster and the
No.
integrate prototype. What?
I'm just not interested in a Scorponok. I know everybody wants a Titan Master or a Titan class Scorponok, and I'm just not in it. I want Omega Supreme, okay? I want Omega Supreme more than any other Titan class figure. I want Omega Supreme, and I would be happy never seeing another Titan class character except maybe, possibly, maybe. Okay, well, I, all right. So I would love to have a Dark Fleet to go with my Megatron, but I need a bigger leader class Megatron to attach Tidal Wave to, and I would like to see a Commander class or a bigger Tidal Wave character.
Well,
But otherwise,
I'm thinking they could do a Titan class figure of Armada Tidal Wave and then make Armada Megatron Commander class to combine with it.
that would be cool.
Because from what I've seen with pictures of the third-party Optimus Prime, the Armada one that's supposedly coming out, it looks as though it's the same size as the original Armada figures, and Megatron's twice the size of Optimus Prime when he's in his standard robot mode, where it's just the truck cab. So
Yep.
I'm just wondering if Armada Megatron were to ever be given another modern toy, unlike the Combiner Wars version, would they make him Commander class, and then we'd get Tidal Wave as the next Titan class figure?
That would be rad because
Yeah,
he's the only other Titan besides Omega Supreme that I would really like to have
yeah,
in Tidal Wave. And Tidal Wave would have to be a Commander class or bigger. He
yeah.
would have to.
I
Yeah,
want
the
to
last time we
completely.
got-
Oh yeah,
Would
go
you
ahead,
like
Ninja
to use
Bill.
the Raptors?
Oh,
Go ahead.
no, I was going to say I want a completely redone Metroplex because Metroplex
Oh, yeah.
on the Generations line is too expensive now to buy.
He's $700 on Amazon.
It's
My brother-
ridiculous.
My brother happened to run across one, and the deal apparently fell through or something. I'm not real sure what happened, but he was going to get it on a good deal. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had the chance to get Generations Metroplex at Toys R Us, but I didn't have enough money to buy him. And when I went back with enough money to buy him, he was gone.
not surprising.
Mm-hmm.
That's the story of my luck around here.
Yeah,
Like I said, I saw Spinster and
Yeah.
Crosshairs, and I guarantee you, when I go back there tomorrow on my way to grab my cousin and help her move stuff, they'll both be gone. Because I made the mistake of posting images online. They'll be gone.
well, Spinister might be there because at my local Target store they had 3 copies of Spinister on the shelf.
I just want to Siege Ratchet. I don't care if I get another Siege toy whatsoever. I want a damn Siege Ratchet.
Yeah. Well, the reason why I said a moment ago I want Tidal Wave to be a Titan class figure is because I don't know if you guys know this, but Armada was what introduced me to the Transformers, and so I have a few knowledge on Transformers Armada. But there's one episode where the Autobots storm the Decepticons' base to rescue the Minicons, and there's one split-second scene where Hotshot allows Megatron to chase him down a corridor, and Tidal Wave tries to follow, transformed in robot mode, and in that split-second scene, Tidal Wave's head is the same size as Megatron's tank mode.
Well, in the PS2 game for Transformers PS2 game, Tidal Wave was a Titan.
Yeah.
He was a Titan. I mean,
Tidal Wave was the same size as Omega Supreme.
He was huge. I mean, the whole level was you playing inside of him.
Yeah.
Well, if we ever get a new toy of Tidal Wave, I just want him to have his mostly silver and navy blue paint job that he has in the Armada cartoon. Because I found out that Hasbro wanted to give Tidal Wave a different paint job, but they were unable to get word to Cartoon Network. They weren't able to contact Cartoon Network about Tidal Wave's new paint job until the episode that introduced him had already aired on television, and so Cartoon Network had no way of reanimating the scenes with Tidal Wave to match the new paint job given to the American release of his toy.
We're getting
So infamously, Tidal Wave was the one character from Transformers Armada who had a completely different paint job in the cartoon compared to the action figure that Hasbro released. So if we do get a new Tidal Wave figure someday, I just want him to have cartoon accurate colors finally.
That would be nice. That would be
Mhm.
nice.
We do have a new Voyager coming out for the Earthrise Megatron. What do you
Yeah.
think that one's going to be?
Yeah, so my question is Megatron going to be based more on the Siege version where it's the H tank, or is it going to be a brand new tank mold that's similar to Generation 2 Megatron, sort of like what they did with Combiner Wars, where it looks where it's more of an Earth style tank? Because some people are saying Earthrise Starscream is a enlarged size version of the Classics Deluxe class Starscream. So what I'm wondering is, will Earthrise Megatron be a downsized version of Combiner Wars Leader class Megatron?
Well, the Starscream that I was looking at, though, it looks like it has a lot from the Siege line, the blocky, the
Mhm.
Yeah. It's a completely new mold.
Yeah.
For the most part, it has some bones from the original Siege toy, but
Mhm.
it very much has its Classics Generations look
yes,
Yeah.
in both modes.
Yeah.
But it is all new. It's a retool of the Siege one, but it's a heavy retool.
Are there images of it yet?
Yeah, there's a few images I've seen it. That's why I can say that with some confidence. It's a
Okay.
heavy retool of the current Starscream, but it looks so much like the Classics version. I don't want it. I don't need it. Deluxe, I hope you never watched this and heard that.
That's what I'm thinking about with Megatron too, because I mean, unless the Megatron is way different than the Siege, I'm going to have to pass on it, because I'm going to get another Megatron that looks really good, that I've seen some of the videos and reviews on it from the Cyberverse Adventures, the Bumblebee Adventures line. I mean, that's really
here's my thing with an upcoming Siege. If we get an Earthrise Megatron, let's hope we get one where I hated the damn neck on that Megatron, that flap, that panel that his headset on. Oh man, I that's the one thing on that toy I absolutely did not like. They could have made it so it tabbed in or stayed in place, but no, they didn't. It was on mine anyway. It was a floppy mess. His head just will not stand up. I had to stick. I had to stick a piece of paper in there to keep it level.
Yeah. Well, what gets me is that the other two versions of the mold, the G2 version that was released in the Generation Selects line, and the 35th anniversary Walmart exclusive version, they fixed the neck joint. So
yeah,
the other two versions of Siege Megatron have the neck joint, don't have the neck joint problem.
That's the only thing about that toy that I just dislike.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I like the Siege Megatron. It's that darn panel. I have to shove little pieces of paper in there for him to keep his head up, because otherwise it's just a floppy mess, and I hate it.
Yeah. I got rid of my frustration by calling him Kilroy Megatron. You guys know who Kilroy is?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and who doesn't know who Kilroy is? Okay, nobody's gonna answer.
I know.
But
yeah,
I know who Kilroy is.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. But so, and I think honestly, in the Earthrise, now a lot of people, I've heard them complain about Hoist's hollowness. I've seen the images. I'm not so sold that it's a bad thing.
I've got it pre-ordered. To finally get another Hoist, I was like,
yes,
immediately.
Yeah. I'm just wondering how much retooling is going to be done on Trailbreaker. I mean, are they going to give him new legs in addition to a new backpack?
They'd have to, because he's that Toyota camper truck, so they'd have to. They'd have to, because the same way that Hoist has that that whole gear and boom there, and for his truck mode, it wouldn't work. It wouldn't work for Trailbreaker.
Yeah,
unless they just cheaped out and just repainted him as Trailbreaker, boom and all, which could happen.
I hope not.
Kind of happened with the Generations line.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Sunstreaker is essentially the Wheeljack mold.
that's what I heard too. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not sure, but I want Hoist, I want Trailbreaker, I want Grapple. I even want a new Inferno from that Grapple mode because everything I've seen of that Grapple, that Earthrise Grapple,
Yeah.
it just looks so much better than the Combiner Wars Inferno or the Power of the Primes Inferno. Now I love that toy. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I love that toy. He didn't need to be a combiner though, and so
No.
I definitely want a new Inferno and Grapple. I definitely want those.
If they were to use the mold a third time, I'd want it to be Art Fire. You guys know.
Oh yeah, Artfire would be nice.
Yeah. Because we got Ricochet in the Generation Selects line, so why not?
And then give us some Auto Troopers to go along with him.
Yeah.
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 That would be cool.
Would you pay a leader class price for it?
What?
What?
If you had kind of like what we're seeing with everything else from Siege and Earthrise is, they're Voyager size, but they give us extra little parts
Hmm.
and things. Would you want to pay a leader class for it?
I don't know.
How about I give them 25 cents and they let me transform it 2 times?
Yeah. There you go. But anyway, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. It's been it's been 2 hours and 15 minutes. And TFN Geek, I'm sorry you joined us so late. You obviously had things to do. You got to take care of your family. I understand.
Yeah,
But thank you so much for joining me.
Yeah.
Autocorrect Primer, always a pleasure. Crimson Raptor, same, always a pleasure. Bumble Breeze, always a pleasure as well. Thank you guys so much for joining me.
Thanks for having us on.
Thank you.
This is where your chance,
Yeah.
starting with you,
Autocorrect.
Autocorrect Primer, to plug yourself. So go ahead.
NinjaBill, I'm sorry to interrupt. Autocorrect Primer, did you want to live stream tomorrow night?
Yes, if you want to. Sure thing.
Yeah, I'm up for it. I'm debating about whether or not if I should finally open Jetfire from his box and take him out.
Sure.
Alrighty.
I'll watch that. I might even join in. So once again, ACP, you lead off. Anything you want to plug? Get off your chest real quick.
I just want to say thank you for having me. It was great. I'm glad to hang out with y'all. So yeah, I think that's about it.
You're welcome. Bumble Breeze, you're next.
I just really want you guys to check out the link that I set inside the private chat. If it's pretty funny. It's a Spider-Man thing.
All right, I will check that out
That's
later. TFN Geek, go ahead.
Okay. Since I got Siege Omega Supreme for Christmas, I only need the 2 Battlemasters, Singe and Rung, to complete the Siege line. Then I can concentrate on Earthrise. So I'm really happy that I was able to do that. And basically, I'm really happy that now the next decision I make is which Transformers figure to take out of the box next. Jetfire, Spinister, Omega Supreme, Astro Train, 8-Face. I still have to get all of those out of their cardboard boxes, but I have to clean my room out because I've ran out of space now that I have Omega Supreme here. So you guys could wish me luck with cleaning out the clutter and saving room for my figures, then I'd really appreciate that.
And finally, you, Crimson Raptor, anything to plug?
So one thing I will say that, I do have, I bought way too many figures this past year. And so I bought so many, I ran out of shelving. Mm-hmm. So my task this January is to buy shelving so I can start getting stuff out of boxes and get them displayed like I want them to be.
All right. Again, gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me. Make sure you, everyone who watches this, make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you have not already. Click the little bell icon to stay up to date and all my goodness going on here. Be good to each other, and that's about it. See you later.
Bye, everybody.
Transform and roll out.
Bye.
Da, da, da.